The Norwegian national team defeated Ivory Coast 2-1 on Tuesday in the knockout round of 32 at the World Cup, becoming the first European team to advance to the round of 16. Antonio Nusa gave Norway the lead in the first half, but Manchester United's Amad Diallo equalized in the 74th minute. Manchester City and European football superstar striker Erling Haaland sealed the victory in demanding fashion, scoring a late winner for his side in the 86th minute and bringing his goal tally in his maiden World Cup to 5. Norway will face Brazil on Sunday in the round of 16 in a matchup to take place in New York. France easily defeated Sweden 3-0 on Tuesday in their first knockout game. The 2018 champions and 2022 runners-up have now won their fourth straight match of the tournament, extending a dominating run which has seen them score at least 3 goals each game. French talisman and Real Madrid superstar Kylian Mbappe opened the scoring in the first half stoppage time to head into the changing rooms with a 1-0 advantage for Les Bleus. PSG's Bradley Barcola made it 2-0 in the opening 10 minutes of the second half, before Mbappe struck gold once more, scoring his second of the night and the 6th of the tournament. Mbappe's brace ties him with all-time Argentine great Lionel Messi, who has also scored 6 goals in this World Cup so far, and brings his total World Cup goal tally to 18, just 1 behind Messi in the all-time charts, despite having played 3 less tournaments. France will face Paraguay, who recently knocked Germany out of the competition, in the round of 16 on Saturday in Philadelphia. Co-host Mexico defeated Ecuador 2-0 in Mexico City in what was the final knockout game of the day. The home team sealed the victory in the first half with goals by Julian Quiñones and Raúl Jiménez. Mexico, which remains undefeated in 4 matches, will face on Sunday the winner of England and DR Congo, who will take to the pitch on Wednesday.
Europe's climate change-fueled heatwave has added more than 700 million euros to electricity bills in France and Germany alone in just 1 week, according to new analysis by environmental NGO 350.org. Heatwaves drive up demand for cooling, and with increased electricity consumption comes higher prices. Comparing June 21st, 27th against a baseline the previous week, the analysis shows that electricity prices rose by an estimated 371 million euros in Germany and 360 million euros in France. The analysis, which is based on EU electricity price and load data, also revealed price spikes were particularly acute in the evenings. For example, in Germany, power prices last week rose from 86 euros per megawatt hour at midday to 566 euros megawatt hour at 8 p.m. This is particularly because the supply of cheap solar energy dips when the sun goes down, but temperatures and cooling demand remain high, especially during tropical nights when the temperature does not fall below 20 degrees Celsius. These extra costs come on top of elevated oil and gas prices due to the ongoing crisis in the Strait of Hormuz shipping route.
The Japanese yen fell to around 162.4 per US dollar in Asian trading on Tuesday morning, measuring in at a record low since 1986. The drop extends a punishing run for the yen, which has kept spiraling despite the Bank of Japan's efforts to support it. The new low has fueled speculations of direct government intervention in the markets. Japan's finance minister Satsuki Katayama said the government is prepared to take, quote, appropriate and decisive action against excessive currency movement. She added that she has already been in touch with Washington to ensure such an option remains open. The drop in the yen's value has been exacerbated by the current wide gap between Japanese and American interest rates. Japanese 10-year bonds have yielded only 2.6% returns compared to U.S. bonds, which produce around 4.5%, despite Tokyo raising its benchmark interest to 1% in mid-June, its highest rate since 1995. Reliance on imported energy, which has been costlier since the U.S. waged its war on Iran, has also heavily contributed to the currency's downfall. The Japanese government has already spent a record 63 billion euros intervening in currency markets, and the newest dip is likely to cause nothing but headache for lawmakers.
In Warsaw, a group of Ukrainian volunteers are putting together much-needed drones and camouflage netting for Ukraine's front line. More than 4 years after Russia's invasion, the demand for supplies is only going up. And the Courage Knows No Borders Association in Poland says growing fatigue with the war is making it harder to convince people to help.
Ви знаєте, потреби в садках є дуже великі. У нас насправді існують черги, на жаль. Не дивлячись на те, що в Україні теж плетуть, але запитів на шалено багато.
The group gathers every Saturday to weave nets and assemble FPV drones at a site not far from the Russian embassy in Warsaw. Volunteers have produced some 35,000 square meters since they started in February 2023, equivalent to 5 football pitches.
А вони працюють, а деякі на 2 роботах. Сім'я, діти, і вночі 2 години, замість того, щоб лягти поспати, вони щось роблять, якісь брошки. Хто що може робить.
Volunteers say the project also benefits them on a psychological and social level, helping them maintain a sense of community and purpose in difficult times, supporting one another in everyday life in exile.
Мети проекту є 2. Явно відкрита мета – це допомога нашим військовим. Друга мета – це розвиток громадянського суспільства в Польщі, щоб показувати прикладом, що має бути під час загрози для держави.
Ukrainians in Poland are also facing difficulties amid an uptick of anti-Ukrainian sentiment. At the start of the war, Poland opened its doors to people fleeing the Russian invasion. It still hosts around 1 million refugees, the second most in Europe. But the 2025 presidential election won by nationalist Karol Nawrocki saw a surge in anti-Ukrainian messaging. And a recent survey found that 48% of Poles support accepting Ukrainian refugees, the lowest level since the start of the war.
A story worthy of a Hollywood script. Feliks the eagle is back in Serbia. The young Eastern Imperial Eagle, who had set off on his first migratory flight last August, only to be caught by poachers in the Middle East and illegally sold, arrived back in Serbia aboard a military transport plane on Friday. His rescue came after 3 failed attempts until the Serbian army used its troops serving in a UN peacekeeping mission in Lebanon for the eventual rescue.
It was a complicated mission actually because there has been some clashes on the borders in that day. And there has been a storm, rainstorm, and the river that separates Lebanon from Syria, the level of water was very high. So we had to wait 9 days.
Ono što je dobro i što nekako uliva optimizam jeste što, mislim, trebalo je leteti do te Sirije, tako da on je naučio da leti, zna odlično da leti, da lovi. Teško da mu je taj instinkt nekako zamro, tako da se nadamo da će samo malo da se oporavi, jer nije leteo skoro pola godine i više, nije u tom smislu u kondiciji, da se malo još izvrši to proletavanje i podivljavanje, kako se to zove, i da onda opet mu stavimo naravno prsten, telemetrijski odašiljač i da se nadamo da mu neće biti dosadno sad u mirnoj Bačkoj.
While Feliks returned home safely last week, his ordeal highlighted both the widespread practice of profit-driven illegal animal trade and an unfaltering struggle by animal protection groups to counter it.
Bravo.
You have to be completely, fully passionate. We really all work with our heart. Actually, I could even get emotional speaking about it. We give them everything, you know, from morning till night. You know, we're there. I'm actually going to get emotional. We get to see them born, and we get to see them grow up. and then become mothers. And we get to accompany them through all of those different challenges in life. We are their guide, so we can, help them with socialization and educate them and really be by their side for, their whole lives.
Our job at the Foundation Barry is to perpetuate the traditional main breeding of the Saint Bernard. So first of all, it's to breed them. For example, Baltic, she's born in our kennel and she's already grandmother. And we perpetuate the tradition, we take care of them, we love them.